Hi, everybody. Today I want to talk about the 5 things that your son or daughter must prove to you before you let them get behind the wheel of a car. Whether they have a permit, whether they just got their license, whether they're borrowing your car, or they have a car of their own, these are the 5 things that they must do for you to feel confident and safe that they're going to make smart decisions. I'm Phil Black. I run an online mentoring program called Prepwell Academy, where I help rising freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors make smart decisions about high school, about college, and about life. And it's much more than filling out the college application. It's much more than giving advice about college essay ideas and letters of recommendation. All that stuff will come. That's valuable, but more valuable is an overarching advice and recommendations on living a smart and safe life. I was a former Navy SEAL, Goldman Sachs investment banker, went to Yale University, played basketball there, went to Harvard Business School, entrepreneur. I'm a firefighter now. I've been on Shark Tank. And as a firefighter, I see a lot of sometimes not so great stuff go down, and oftentimes it's related to teenagers. So I have a particular interest in communicating some of this information. Not only that, but I have 4 sons. 2 of them are right in the breach. So I am taking everything that I'm learning and all of my experience and trying to bring that to you to help you figure some of these things out. Because if you're like me, you are being swallowed alive by commitments, by obligations, by things that you have to do, and sometimes some basic things fall by the wayside. So here are the 5 things. Thing number 1, what are the documents that you need if you get pulled over by a police officer or you happen to get into an accident? A lot of kids don't know this. License, registration, proof of insurance. Have your son or daughter prove to you that they know what those documents are, what they mean. Make sure they're up to date, not expired, and where they are. Typically, they're in the glove box. This will be a good check on you. Make sure you go in there, have them open the glove box, take it out, make sure they know what's what the dates are, what each of those things means. So if a cop has them roll down the window and says license, registration, proof of insurance, they're not deer in the headlights. They take a deep breath. They go into that glove box. They say, here, Mr. Officer, take a look at it, Mrs. Officer. Here are my 3 documents that you've asked for. Boom. That's high maturity, and they'll be good to go. Number 2 of the things that they need to do is prove to you they know how to change a flat tire. This is important. These days, not a lot of kids getting their hands dirty. There's Uber here and Uber there, but I think if they're driving a car and you're giving them that responsibility, they should know where the spare tire is, how to get it out, what a jack is. Make sure you're on level ground. Make sure you put that car in park. All these types of things. There's plenty of YouTube videos to help coach them and teach them on that. Where that special little lug nut is that takes off that lug nut that has that little special thing on it so that it can't get stolen. Where is that special lug nut remover? Probably in the glove box if you have a car like that. You don't want them looking bad by not, how do I get this final lug nut off? It won't fit with this jack and it's just not working. I'm trying to get this thing off. So make sure they have a clue on that. Number 3, how do you charge a dead battery? That's a big one. If you have charging cables, how do you put them on? What order? Which car do you turn on first? How close do they have to be together? Make sure they prove to you they know how to do it by actually doing it and going through the motions safely and in a smart fashion. Number 4, I call it a little survival box, little survival kit. That might include some food, some water, maybe it's a blanket, maybe it's some rope, maybe it's gloves, something that in an extreme case, if something happened to go down, you get broken down at night, or you need to fix something, or you just need something to get yourself out of trouble, you have a little box, a little satchel, a little backpack, something, maybe some antifreeze, something that's in there, a wrench or 2. Have them come up with their own one. Have them take some ownership of it and have them put that in the back of their car so they're confident, you're confident, that if they get into a pickle, they're good to go. And last but not least, number 5, have your son or daughter prove to you that they know how to use Uber. You never know what's going to happen out there. They may be at a party. They may be at a spot where they want to get away from their friends, and they call you and you're not answering because you're at an event, you're out of town, whatever it might be. You want them to have an out. That out is calling Uber. Maybe there's something going down at the club, and they don't want to get involved, and they don't want their friends to see them driving away. They can just disappear and be on a corner, call an Uber, and get home. Maybe they've done a little something or other that they're not really proud of, and Lord help them, they don't want to drive home. Call Uber. So make sure that's on their phone, and have them prove to you a couple times, at least once, that they know how it works, they know how to get it done, they know how to call one, they know how to get dropped off in a pinch. Those are the 5 keys that I think you should have your son or daughter, that my son or daughter will be able to do before they step foot in the car, whether it's a permit, driver's license, their own car, or they're borrowing your car. I hope this has been helpful. If this tip has been helpful, share it with your friends. Put some comments down below. This is live, but if we don't have anybody live here right now, this is going to be posted later on. Put some comments down below. Maybe you want to add something. Maybe I said something wrong. Maybe you have a better idea. Maybe you want Uber. Maybe you're a Lyft representative. You want Lyft in there too. Put some comments below. I'd love to talk and engage with you. If you're interested in what we do at Prepwell Academy, of course, you can always go to prepwellacademy.com. These days, I have a great goal-setting, downloadable template that you can help your son or daughter with if summer goal setting is important to you. prepwellacademy.com/P, as in Phil, /goals, and print out that template. It teaches you how to create a good summer goal. It's 2 pages, and help your son or daughter prepare for making the most out of their summer. Because as you said, Prepwell Academy differentiates itself by not just talking applications, not just talking college. We talk about life, how to optimize, how to be safe, and how to get after it. See you next time.